Hey everybody, and welcome to Blue Box Sweeties. Today I'm going to show you how to make this Death Star sugar cookie. Let's get started. Alright, so we're going to start by rolling out the dough. This is my own recipe, which you can find in the description below. So I don't have a big round cookie cutter, I just used one of my bowls. It works perfectly. Sometimes you just have to improvise. So we're going to bake this until it has nice golden brown edges. So I ended up making 2 batches of this, even the little ones for snacking. Once the cookie is completely cooled down, it's time to start decorating. With a black food coloring, you're going to make just a line going straight down the middle of the cookie. This is going to be the equatorial trench of our Death Star. And this icing is actually going to sit below the rest of the icing, so I'm just making it as thin as possible with this brush. Next you need the gray royal icing, which is actually going to make the super laser, which will also be sitting a little bit below the rest of the icing. And you're just trying to make it as smooth as you can. To mark the circle, I just used the base of one of my biggest piping nozzles. Going back to our black icing, it's time to start outlining. Now take your time here and just make it as straight as you possibly can. So follow the shape of the cookie and outline each half and then also the laser. I did all the vertical lines first and then the horizontal ones so that I would have defined sections of the Death Star. Now with the gray royal icing, it's time to start flooding, and you're going to be flooding every other square so that it doesn't form into one big blob and we have the defined compartments. Now just neaten up the edges with a scribe tool or a toothpick like I did here. Once you're done, you have to let this section dry before starting on the rest. I got a little bored of flooding, so I started actually adding the lights to the Death Star. I made the dots as small as possible and I just kind of put them in random orders in each square. So it did take a little while, but the outcome I think is very nice. Once I was done with all the dots, I went ahead and started flooding the other sections. And here it is all flooded, it just needs the remainder of the dots. Here I'm just going to go over the previous lines just to neaten up the cookie, make it look a little prettier. After I finished going over the outlines, I just added a little more detail to the super laser. Once you finish with the outlining, you can leave it as is and it looks pretty cool. I wanted to do a little more for this, so I painted some of the dots with yellow food coloring, some with red, and some with orange. I feel like it just added a little bit more depth to the Death Star itself.
Impressive.
And that's it. It's done. I hope you guys enjoyed my tutorial on how to decorate this sugar cookie, and tune in next week for more tasty treats. Bye bye!